The ingredients we have here, I have half an onion that's been chopped. I have 1 clove of garlic. I have a large handful of mushrooms that have been sliced. I have some cut up carrots and mixed cabbage. I have half a courgette. Here is 6 pieces of bacon that have been chopped. Half a bell pepper. About a large handful of cherry tomatoes that have been sliced. A large handful of spinach. And here I have 3 caramelized onion sausages that I've just cut up into, as you can tell, cut them up. With some Mexican style rice, which I love that, and I think it works very good with this dish. There's some paprika, salt, black pepper, and smoky Cajun seasoning. In a frying pan, put about a tablespoon of oil and just heat it up. Once that oil has heated up, then just pop in the onion, garlic and mushrooms, and we're just going to toss slightly to brown. Once your onions and mushrooms are starting to soften, as you can tell, they're not browned completely, but they have that slight brown color and they're just softening. That's when you can add your courgettes and your cabbage. And then add your salt, pepper, paprika and Cajun spicing. Just add as much as you like. I like mine quite spicy. I love spicy foods, so I put quite a bit in there. But I'll put about 1.5 teaspoons of paprika and a teaspoon and a half, maybe 2 teaspoons of Cajun spice and a sprinkle of salt and pepper. And you just keep tossing that. If you need to add more oil, you can. Once your vegetables have softened, you really don't want them to be too soft. You still want nice crunchy vegetables. You just cook it so it's caramelized and brown. Then you can add your spinach, as you can see I've done. And you just cook that spinach through all nicely. Once your vegetables have cooked through, just pop them in the bowl. And in the pan, you can add a little bit more oil if you need it. And then you just add the peppers and the tomatoes. And cook those through. Once your vegetables and tomatoes and peppers have all been cooked, just pop them into the bowl, and then in the frying pan add the bacon and the sausage and brown them so they cook through and nice and brown. Once your sausages and bacon are cooked through, then you can add the vegetables to the pan and just give it a good stir through. Mix the sausages and vegetables together. Leave that to fry, tossing and turning it every few minutes, just until it all cooks and blends together. And there you have it. That is your Cajun pork stir fry. What I'll do is, because that is a lot, as you can tell, so I usually cook to freeze, so I cook and make my own homemade ready meals. So with this lovely lot, I will use half a bag of this Mexican rice, because for me as one person I only need half a bag, and then I'll mix it in with a big couple tablespoons of the meat and vegetables, and I'll heat it up as a stir fry, and that'll be my dinner. I love squeezing some lime, fresh lime juice over it with lots of salt and pepper and a bit of chili flakes, because I like heat, I like spice. And with the rest of this, I'll bag it up and pop it in the freezer, so I've got homemade ready meals on hand. And here it is, all plated up. I've served it with a bit of a salad, which has got just some cherry tomatoes, avocado, mixed baby leaf salad, some garlic shoots, baby pea shoots and radish shoots, and I just mix it all up with a little bit of lemon juice, pepper, salt, parsley and mayonnaise, and that goes beautifully as a dinner.